So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about how strong Caustic is in the Flashpoint LTM mode, and then I kind of wanted to just sort of highlight a couple of things as well about the game mode and various things as well. So yeah, my name's Jungle44, welcome back, and thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Hope you're having a great day so far. So before I get into the main bulk of the content, of course, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. Alright, let's get into it. So basically, kind of like with the Flashpoint LTM mode, I know that some of you, of course, aren't playing it, and some of you are. Now, it very much depends on the kind of player you are, and whether you're kind of pushing for those very elusive badges. Now, to be honest, the kind of way I'm looking at it at the moment is that it's basically a ranked mode, kind of like pretty much playing ranked, only that, as you can imagine there, it's a limited time mode, so it lasts for 2 weeks rather than permanently or for a season. So with this kind of particular mode, it is kind of sort of like common sense to use certain more viable characters rather than, of course, your averagely not so great ones. Now, recently I did do a video about ranking all sort of like legends in non-competitive and Flashpoint as well. Thought it'd be quite interesting to kind of mention that, and I felt that up to a point, although it isn't exactly like ranked, I felt like it was kind of along those lines. So it's well worth checking that video out if you haven't already. If you're interested, I'll link that down in the description below. Now, probably one of the biggest things is the game lag, which is something that I did yesterday. It wasn't to really, you know, highlight it in a negative effect necessarily with the game. I mean, Apex is amazing, you know, there's lots and lots of great things about the game, but of course, lag is always going to be one of those things that makes the game a little harder. Again, I did a video on it, it's just showing a couple of examples of what you're up against sometimes, and it is well worth being aware, because of course it's going to make life a little difficult at times. So again, I'll link that in the description. Now, of course, talking about Caustic, I think as we all know, he is a very, very strong legend at the moment, simply because he has the ability to shut down areas so effectively, especially buildings and things like that. Now, this is something where I sort of feel that, like, in his element at the moment, especially with combined with Fortify, the way that the traps are, yes, you can shoot them, you know, if they're not fully inflated, which is a thing that is really good, but they are still awkward to shoot, and sometimes, you know, you shoot the bottom and the gas still goes off. So, you know, he has a lot of strengths at the moment, and I think he's one of the best legends in the game, and I also think he is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, in Flashpoint at the minute. Now, it seems to me with Flashpoint, the way it is, a lot of it is about timing. Ideally, you're going to, you know, just time it all perfectly. You're going to, like, third party that last squad and you're going to get the win, but it doesn't always work like that, because at the end, sometimes you're going to get definitely put into a situation where there are 2 or 3 squads left, maybe 4, and you're going to have to kind of go against all those squads. Now, something that I've noticed seems to be really important is positional advantage. So if you are in a bad spot, you are going to be picked on first, it seems to me. From the experience that I've had, definitely you seem to be picked on much to a large degree, and you're going to see that in a little bit of the gameplay where we do to an extent, but we do manage to kind of turn that around, and of course it works out for us then, which is really great. But, you know, this is our 4th win so far, and it is really, really tough. Now, what my plan to do is, as I say, I'm going to talk a little bit about Caustic. You'll have to ignore me trying to jump onto the rocks. Again, I don't know why, but for some reason I find it really difficult with Caustic or Gibraltar to actually jump over things sometimes. Do you find that, or is that just me? Let me know in the comments below if you feel like you want to add that. But yeah, I mean, like with Caustic at the moment, I feel like he's got that control. Now, I am not a Caustic main, I don't claim to be a Caustic player. I definitely use him on the odd occasion, but, you know, I think after this game, I think I have about 28 kills with him, so it isn't much, and he's not a player that I really use much. I come around here, yes, I started shooting at my teammate because I didn't see his name for some reason, and I feel really stupid for doing that. Again, little things like that was just dumb, but, you know, I kind of laugh at it, and that's why I left it in, because I thought it was funny. I genuinely thought it was an enemy, and I started shooting, and then afterwards I was like, oh, right, okay, but he didn't show up his name. I don't know why that happened. It just looked like an enemy initially. But anyway, I mean, I suppose going back into it, Caustic at the moment, he has so many strengths. Fortify is really golden, I think, in this kind of mode, because again, he's just going to take less damage from any bullets, and of course he's got that ability to get those clutch revives by camping out the building, setting off the gas traps, healing himself up by setting off the gas traps, and the gas lasts a really, really long time. Now, as I say, I'm not the biggest Caustic player, and I probably don't know every trick in the book, but however, he is definitely a very, very strong and meta legend at the moment. And he hasn't got any signs of going away or being reduced at the minute, because Respawn haven't really said that they're going to change the way he is or the way he plays. They're not looking to kind of alter his perspective or kind of change, just his abilities as such. So whether he will get a little bit of a balance or a nerf in Season 7, who knows? They didn't do any patches or anything to him come into the aftermarket event, so again, I'm thinking that there's just a possible chance that maybe, just maybe, he'll get a little nerf at some point, but it won't be straight away. What do you guys think of Caustic at the moment? Do you think he's running rampant? Because I definitely feel like he is one of the top 5 meta legends, if not the top 3 at the moment. I mean, when I did a ranking video as well, which again I'll link in the description below, I think he is kind of a very strong legend, and I think he's in a place that is just above a lot of the rest because of his abilities, because of his ways, and things like that. So again, do let me know if that is something that you agree with or you disagree with, and what your thoughts are. I'd definitely be interested. But yeah, I mean, like, as I say, in regards to this particular mode, it is very, very sweaty. I'm sure as a lot of you know that if you're pushing for that big elusive badge that they've decided to make a bit of a challenge, you've got to get 10 wins, 10,000 damage, and 100 kills in the healing zones. Now, if you are pushing for it, and I'm sure that some of you will be, my honest advice is that the damage will come naturally, so you don't even need to think about that one. That one is just going to be by you playing. So again, not a big concern. The killing people in the heal zones. Now, you could say that you could well worth focusing on that and trying to get it, but to be honest, the biggest challenge and the hardest one by far is going to be the wins. Now, of course, if you play with a pre-made team, that would be a better idea. A pre-made team is going to help you, and to be honest, that all the wins have been with my friend JHD and Viper, because I suppose like we've both all been on mics, we've been able to coordinate better, and just generally kind of, survive sometimes on Onslaught. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had plenty of bad games as well, where, matchmaking, where, the games have just been bad, the loot's been terrible, and we just haven't had a single chance. But as I say, on this particular one, it was very nice because it went our way a little bit more, and we were very fortunate in that things just fell maybe in more our favour, which was really, really, really nice. Now, obviously, as I say, I'm not going to talk throughout the whole video, so there will become a point where music starts playing, and obviously I'll let you know when that's going to happen. But I thought it would be just a nice touch. Yes, it's a track you might have heard before if you watched another previous video, but it was a song I really liked, and I thought it kind of suited this particular element. They don't give you too many selections on SHAREfactory either for actually decent tunes, so again, this was actually one of the better ones. There's probably about 2 or 3 that are really good, and the rest are a little bit terrible. But let me know in the comments below how you're finding Flashpoint. Is it being challenging for you? Are you on like 7 or 8 wins? Currently, me, Viper, and JHD are on 4 wins so far, and this is with the new week starting. So we're hoping now that we can get another 6 wins, and then the rest, like as I say, the kills in the heal areas, and of course the damage, which I've already done anyway, but that will come kind of naturally anyway for us. But yeah, it was very different playing Caustic. I think he's actually an incredibly strong legend. I was actually really surprised. I did a lot better with him than I would expect, and I found him a lot easier kind of to use than some of the other legends, just simply because of his kit, the way he is. And I'm not a camping legend, I'm very kind of aggressive, but you can actually use him very aggressively, and of course the gas canisters are very, very strong as well. So yeah, so this is the 4th win. It's a very good action piece at the end. I absolutely loved it. Worked out really well, and I thought it was a really great video to post out there, especially after yesterday's video talking about the lag and the gaming problems, which there is, and I hope that kind of they fix because of crossplay. I hope that gets solved a lot more. So this is pretty much it for me. So if you like the video, a like on the video would really help me out. And if you do want to subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you want to drop any comments below about what you think of the footage, the gameplay, anything else like that, that would be absolutely amazing. But of course, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. But otherwise, I shall see you in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of the day, evening or night, whatever it is you're doing. And I wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care. Cheers now. Bye-bye.
Get up, I'm a you,